Hey everyone, Steve McDonald here, president of the Practical Social Media University, and I'm so glad that you've tuned in here today because this is just for Beachbody coaches. And I've worked with over 8,500 Beachbody coaches over the years. And I'm going to promise some things that are going to change the trajectory of your business. I just see everybody starting to flow in here. And I want to let you know, we're going to just start out with things like how to get 20 plus new one-on-one lead conversations automatically started today, because there are some phenomenal new features that Facebook has that are literally game changers. But let me do this. Let me welcome some of you in here. Melody, thank you for coming. Nicola, Tracy, Vanessa, Lori, Jason, Narelle, Kim. Guys, this is going to be one of the best hour and a quarter that you've ever spent on your business. I guarantee it. We're going to go over specific case studies. Everything you're going to see in here is all coaches and what they've done to turn their businesses around. But let me do this. It's always good, before we get too deep into things, just to make sure that you can hear me. So if you could go over into a chat there and just say, I can hear you loud and clear, yes, whatever you want to do, and let me know, and then we'll get right into it because we're going to start right out with some case studies. But what I want to say here as we get into this is we're going to take the entire world of social media and we're going to boil it down to the few things that you need to know and do to get the biggest results. And it's going to be a combination of some marketing fundamentals, these new tools, and the tried and true things that you do as coaches, you see other coaches do. We're going to put it together into a really specific plan. All right? So let me go over here and just make sure that you can hear what I'm saying. Cass, I can hear you. Spencer, yes. Laura, we can hear you. Katie, sounds great. Moxie, yep. Galen, yep. Richard, I can hear you. Okay, fantastic. Let's do this. I want to go right into how to show you how other coaches have gone from SE0 to SE20 in under 30 days. We're going to cover the 4 fastest ways that coaches are growing their business. A full plan, and I'm going to talk about how we support coaches specifically a little bit later on as well. So you ready for this? Here we go. Bye-bye Facebook friend requests. So this is all about the all-new feature from Facebook that allows you to start conversations from your Facebook page and send messages without friend requests directly into Messenger of people who literally comment on your Facebook page's posts or boosted posts. It's really that simple, okay? So I'm going to give you some very specific examples. But when you do this, you create a post on your Facebook page, and literally anybody who comments on it, you can, in advance, create a message, and then you send it directly to their inbox on Facebook Messenger. This is the holy grail because it's proven. Our members, coaches, myself, have all proven that those messages that go into Facebook Messenger get opened up at between 85 and 95% of the time. That just blows literally out of the water email. Right? So this is just a part of it. Let me get into this because I've got a bunch of promises and then I'm going to go into some specific case studies and show you how easy this is to do. It's all newbie friendly. You can start from scratch. So I don't want anybody on overwhelm in terms of what we're going to be talking about here. So if you've got no leads right now, nobody to talk to, right? No list of leads, no followings, big followings on social media, that's okay. Literally, we say you can start from scratch. I mean that. So no problem here, okay? And we're going to avoid all those awkward situations where you got to go up and try to meet people, right? And introduce yourself, and you don't really have anything in common with them, and they wonder why you're approaching them and, and why you're striking up this conversation. So I want you to know that all leads in the case studies that we're going to go through here today came to those coaches, all right? So the right leads coming to you automatically already inside of a one-on-one conversation. Because a high-quality lead isn't really a high-quality lead unless you have the ability to have that one-on-one communication back and forth with them, right? So let me do this. Here's our first case study. It's Coach Mary Van Dorn. Now, one thing you should know about Mary is she's a diabetic woman, and for her Beachbody business, she's gotten over SE20 a month for every month now for, I think it's going on 18 months. The thing is, she only reaches out to other people who are just like her, other diabetic women online. So here's just a simple post that she put up on her Facebook page one Wednesday morning. Wishful Thinking Wednesday. If you could choose one food and make it completely carb and calorie free, what food would you choose? Let's dream together and I'll send you the link to my diabetic-friendly crockpot cookbook. Now, every time somebody comments on this post, and you can see 118 comments there, right? She automatically sent a message directly to their Facebook Messenger inbox. You've seen these kind of posts all over Facebook before, where people are putting up a simple question, trying to get comments down below. Well, these kind of posts have taken on a whole new meaning now, because now you can message them directly. And here's the thing. When they open up that message, which happens 85 to 95% of the time, and interact with the message in any way, they become now what's called a new subscriber to your Facebook page. You can message them one-on-one anytime that you want. In fact, you can also, like you have, if you had 50 emails, you could send out an email to 50 people at the same time. You can message your subscribers in bulk or just portions of them too. So this entirely new world of communication directly into Facebook Messenger has just opened up. Now look at this. People are putting in chocolate, crusty Italian bread, blackberry cobbler, cake. So this is the message, and there's an easy way that you can do this. You can see there's a way you just kind of type it in, right? The message that Mary created in advance and sent to all 118 of those people who commented. Hey, first name, because guess what? Facebook knows everybody's first name, so they'll insert that in there. You can customize it. Wouldn't it be nice if we could pick and choose which foods have carbs on which days? I know it's hard to please the carb lovers in our lives while keeping our numbers in check, so here's the link to get my free diabetic-friendly crockpot cookbook. There's the link. Now, she got 71 new subscribers. Out of the 118 comments and messages she sent out, 71 opened them up and interacted with that message. They clicked on a link, or sometimes they can just, reply to the message. Now, she spent $25 on a boosted post. That's 35 cents a lead for people that are just like her, which means they look at her, and this is where we start to get into shortcutting the whole relationship building process, right? Because they look at her as an insider, somebody that gets their crazy life just like them. So 35 cents a lead for the people that are perfect for Mary's business, that are already in a one-on-one conversation with her. Not too bad, huh? Now here's Coach Monica. Now Monica, she is a farm mom. She lives rurally on a farm, so she reaches out to other moms just like her. She calls them the Country Girl Sisterhood. She got 61 all-new one-on-one lead conversations started in one weekend for 22 cents each, all from a single Facebook post. You want to see how simple that post was? Well, here it is. Play along with us and type a smell in the comments. Please like my page. She's got these great hashtags. Name a smell that a country girl likes, but other people would think stinks. You ready for this? Look at this. 433 comments. Now, she started out and she did a $15 boost on it. She did a series of 3 $15 boosts because it was just going so well, and actually got over 500 comments. So 500 times she was able to send a message she created in advance to the inbox of all 500 of those people. Now look at this. She also got 203 reactions and 96 shares. This kind of engagement happens because you're talking to people in their vernacular who are just like you. Now, WD-40, fresh hay, I'm going to look at some more. Here's some of those smell answers. The barn, horses, fresh cut hay, cow poo, cow poop. Now see where it says Paige responded privately there? That's automatically the message that Monica created once in advance and got sent out. Now, here is that message. One of those 500 plus commenters was Alberta. She said, well, hey, Alberta, thanks for commenting. Horses and all kinds of animal poop won hands down on smells that us country girls love, but there were so many great ones. Should I do a favorite food or a favorite horse color next? I appreciate you playing along. Now, in order to react, sometimes you want to get people to reply. So she asked them a very simple question again. And here's the reply from Alberta. I do the horse color, although I only own brown horses, but I'm more of a cattle girl. I love my girls' cows more than any other farm animal. You can tell by the comments and the replies that Monica is getting right to the people who are just like her, that look at her and remember the whole shortcutting the get-to-know process, right? when they look at you as an insider, then it's not like the lengthy process where you don't really know these people and you're building a relationship from scratch. I'm going to go into this a lot more, all right? Now, let's just say that we went on in this case study, all right? So Alberta replied back. Now, you could send another automated reply. In fact, you could do a whole series of them. So here's the second message that Monica sent. The first one was to anybody who commented, and then like Alberta, she replied back, and then automatically Monica sent a second message. Now, this was to a woman named Carrie. I would love for you to join our group, Country Girl Sisterhood, her free Facebook group online. The group is all about support, motivation, and staying strong and healthy in order to continue to live the life we love. Click on the button below and then click like on my page. So just like Mary, she had a call to action. What's the next step that you want these people to do to take a step closer to you in the business, right? Now, it's not about selling them product or things like that, but I'm going to show you how we can lead right to that from an audience on Facebook through low-cost boosted posts that you've never met before. But this is getting the relationship established. First, Mary, she gave away a diabetic-friendly crockpot cookbook. Monica is inviting them into her free Facebook group. And now this is back and forth between Monica and I. She says, that's right. Wow, 61 new subscribers. And if you take out the first $15, that is 22 cents a lead inside of one-on-one conversation with your perfect niche. And she said, exactly, it's great. She was so excited about this. And it was really easy to set up all the auto responses. I actually had Steve's video from the university running, and I was setting it all up. I just paused the video and did each step. Remember I said this is newbie friendly, right? You can start from scratch. Now here's Coach Raquel. Coach Raquel is a mom of an autistic child. She reaches out to other moms of autistic children, and she did a simple post where she just asked them to post a GIF. You can do that down below in the comments about coping skills that those kind of moms, autistic moms, need. She got 21 new subscribers yesterday just from posting a question about coping skills. Now she did $4.84 of a boosted post and then stopped it. Because in 2.5 hours, she was getting so many new leads and so many new conversations started that she wanted to change her message that she was sending out, and she was getting overwhelmed. So she said, yes, and before I had crickets, over 1,600 likes on her Facebook page, but they weren't from any one specific group. And she started boosting posts like this out to people that were just like her, right, and had the message or the question related to those kind of people, and this is the kind of success that she got. Now, Coach Melissa, she said, I created my first post and boosted it and also attached the message bot. Now, the technology that's used is called chat bots, or some people call them message bots. It's just the technology for you to use. It's easy to use, so nothing to worry about, but it's just a new term to learn. But it's super easy. So tell me, guys, does this sound easy enough to you? What we're talking about, well, go over into the chat box and just give me some chat messages. Yes, sounds good, very easy, whatever you want to say. Because all we're talking about doing here is creating a simple post off of a Facebook page that's targeted to people just like you. And it's an easy post. You've seen these, right? Smells and what kind of food could you take the carbs out of, and click the GIF image and put a GIF about coping skills. These are not hard to do, but they're very, very targeted to a very specific target market niche, your customer avatar. All right? So let me do this. Let me go over here and look at the chat. Katie, yes. Dan, yes. Donna, yes. Allison, yes. Terry, Melissa, yes, yes. Jean, for sure. Zoe, yes. Pam, I know I can do this. Heather, sounds great. Okay, guys, here's what we're going to do. Let's keep going on here, all right? Because this is just the first of 4 magnetic conversation starting ideas. So I hope you're taking good notes, because I'm going to have action steps, must have action steps that I want you to write down as well. So here's my promise again. Remember, newbie friendly, start from scratch. But you need to have a plan, right? And it's a very simple plan. The plan that we've just whittled it down to those few things that you need to do to be successful, all right? So the plan involves, I kind of alluded to this before, marketing 101 fundamentals, plus having worked with 8,500 coaches over the years, what I've learned there, and then the all new features inside of this Facebook Messenger marketing that you can do, all right? So 4 must-have action steps. Get ready to write those down. And 4 fastest ways to start Facebook conversations. That's what this training is all about, all right? So I'm going to show you how to get automatically into one-on-one conversations, not just with new leads, but the perfect custom lead for you using low-cost Facebook ads, right? We showed you a few examples of that in the dollars and the low costs that were involved, and have all those leads coming to you. I asked Mary, I said, Mary, how long has it been since you actually reached out to a potential prospect or a lead versus them coming to you through Facebook posts that you do when you boost out? She goes, oh my gosh, I can't even remember. It's been way over a year since I started doing this plan. Okay, so how does this help you get customers and grow your team? Well, you know that we're in a relationship business, right? But we're in a volume of relationships, right? And just like your original warm market, which unfortunately dries out, right? What we want is, we want a constant flow of new relationships like your original warm market coming to you. What's like your original warm market? Well, you had some level of trust and credibility established with them, right? That's why you could reach out to them. Well, through these low-cost Facebook boosted posts and ads, and we're going to show you a number of different ways, we're going to have people that have trust and credibility with you already established because they're just like you. So we're going to help you recreate a never-ending warm market for your business. And we're going to tap into a pool of a target market niche, a customer avatar for you that's hundreds and hundreds of thousands strong online. Now, Melanie, she said, we all need to constantly be creating new relationships all the time. And this plan caught my eye as it really shortcuts the whole get-to-know process without being salesy. I can then have more opportunities to find more customers and grow my team. So this is what we want for you, right? All right, when we talk about shortcutting, this is a purchase funnel or a sales funnel. It's traditional in the world of business and sales, right? Where you get a lot of leads coming in, and then it gets down and down and down, and customers and then coaches on your team. It gets smaller and smaller. That whole middle section, we're just going to take out. That's the section where you're building the relationship. And while you're building the relationship, hopefully what's happening is they're still engaging with you and interacting with you, right? The people that we talk about here that are just like you, other country girl sisterhoods, or other diabetic women, or other moms of autistic children, right? We're going to go into a bunch more examples. But they're going to be much more likely to interact with you and reply and respond and engage because they're just like you. You're not just some stranger. So if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you're determined to learn, no one can stop you. So I am so glad that you are here today. So let me just tell you a little bit about what's going on inside of Facebook Messenger, right? We know about it as the inbox outbox. But here's Mark Zuckerberg. This is at his latest developers conference, and he's going over their 10-year roadmap. And Messenger is right at the heart of it. It's important for them, and it's super important for us. Let me show you a few stats on this. Did you know that there are an average now 1.2 billion monthly active users of Facebook Messenger? This is where the conversation is starting. Now, if you took the top 4 message apps, of which Messenger is one of them, and you compared it to monthly active users of the top 4 social networks, they beat the top 4 social networks. So this is not only where the conversation's happening, but this is where the volume of conversation's happening. If you don't have a Facebook Messenger strategy in your business, then you better go out and find one. And I'm glad you're here because that's what we're giving you here today, okay? So here's the first must-have action step, all right? We've already heard from Coach Mary. Here's Coach Mark on the right. Coach Mark is a police officer, works his Beachbody business on the side. He spends on average 2 hours a day at it, okay? And he's a police officer, reaches out to other police officers and gets over 250 monthly leads. Guys, this is just so huge. So he focuses, this is niche marketing, your customer avatar. But I don't want you just to take it from me or Mary or Mark or Monica or anything like that. Here's Inc. magazine. How to narrow your target market. Companies that try to be all things to all customers are sure to fail. Now, this is Entrepreneur. Why serve a niche market? A jack of all trades is a master of none. A deep understanding of their customers and their customers' needs and the ability to stay engaged with those customers, that's what equals success. That's how you do those simple posts. That's how you create the relationship. That's how you build a team of hundreds and hundreds of thousands, right? And they engage and interact with you all the way from the initial conversation through the follow-up and conversions. Now, if you go to Google and you just put in Wikipedia target market, this is what you'll find. A well-defined target market is the first element to a marketing strategy. That's why I said there's a simple plan. This is the foundation to your plan, okay? Now, this is Coach Amanda Howland. She's a music teacher, reaches out to other music teachers, and Shauna just sent her this message over Messenger and just had joined her team. I think the part that really drew me in was that you're a music teacher also. Now, Amanda sent me a message, and she talked about growing her downline and what this was doing for her business. It was a long, arduous process before, and I felt gross and salesy, like I was scraping to get by. Now I have customers coming to me every month, new recruits joining my team, and a community of super like-minded ladies who get me. This is what we want for you and your business. Now, this is at the National Convention this last year. Beachbody put this up, a lit billboard, right? Define who you are and who you want to serve. From Beachbody corporate on down to the fundamentals, you can go to the library, any Marketing 101, Business 101 book. It talks about start out with a target market niche. That is the key to this business, okay? And huge growth. And what I want you to remember is that this is not limiting in any way. It's actually liberating, because we're talking about you reaching out into a pool of hundreds and hundreds of thousands. So if you're worried about going like this and saying, geez, just diabetic women, grow my whole business just with diabetic women, I would rather have you say, hey, let me pick people who are just like me, and I'm going to grow my business from a pool of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that replenishes itself all the time, and I can access through low-cost Facebook boosted posts and ads. That's the plan here, okay? So here's the second must-have action step. I want you to write these down. It's all about scale. Scale is doing things not only more efficiently, but also doing things less one-to-one and more one-to-many. Let me show you what I mean here. Doing things more efficiently. You know you could prospect on all the top social networks. And if you know your perfect customer, right, you've got this niche defined, then they're really easy to pinpoint. You can find them, and the numbers that will react and respond back to you goes up dramatically. So your prospecting efforts get so much more efficient. Here's Shannon, Coach Shannon. Can I just say that this is crazy what an abundance of possibilities and endless people there are to connect with through the different social media platforms. If anyone dares say they don't have anyone to talk to, well, you just might want to find a different excuse for why you're not succeeding. Just have your blog, which is just a website, and your profiles on all the social networks set up so that people know what you're about. Now, I'm going to come back to blog and profiles later and talk much more about those. So here's the other idea behind getting scale, moving from one to many. I want to talk about low-cost Facebook boosted posts for your free and challenge groups, okay? So here's Coach Mark. He reaches out once a month. He runs an ad campaign on Facebook, low-cost boosted posts, and gets in front of 80,000 new prospects that he calls his first-time responders. Police officers, firefighters, paramedics, right? And he earns $50,000 a year, working on average 2 hours a day. Because he's a full-time dad and husband and a police officer, and he does court responsibilities. He actually, in the last few months, was able to bring his wife, Teresa, home from working full-time based on the success on 2 hours a day and what he's doing. This is when I talk about getting out in front of huge numbers so you have a constant flow of new people coming into your business. Now, the free groups, Mary, Coach Mary, she's the diabetic, right? She has a free group she does every single month. She gets a minimum of 250 to 300 people in that group every single month, and it's all about free diabetic-friendly crockpot recipes. Okay, so the whole goal here is just to simply build the relationship. It doesn't have to be about the workouts. It doesn't have to be about Shakeology, right? It has to be about building the relationship. And then in that group, you segue there from this group to the next group, your challenge groups, okay? Here's just some examples of free groups: beauty tips, recipes, fashion, clean eating, meal planning, exercising, budgeting, decluttering, or things that are very, very niche focused, right? So there was a coach in the university. She's a teacher. And she said, I'm going to do a hydration group. And I said, what do you mean? And she says, well, we're in front of kids in classes all day long. And in between classes, they come and ask us questions. At lunch, we're putting out fires, returning emails, doing phone calls. She goes, we don't drink a lot of water because we can't go to the bathroom during the day. So she did this hydration group. She had 350 leads of other teachers in that free group her very first month. This is this making sense, guys? I hope it is, right? We're taking the basics of what you know works in the business, free groups, challenge groups. We're marrying it up to these new Facebook features. Now, let me do this. This was Elizabeth, Coach Elizabeth, running my biggest clean eating group ever, so lots of conversations and follow-ups to do. Yes, I have a total of 63 people that joined. Yes, all from that post. It got 17 shares. She spent $18 over 5 days. Tell me, guys, go to the chat. Can you do this? You know, you've seen tons of other coaches fill groups, and you might have even had some experience in this or found it really hard, right? Really hard to fill your free groups. I'm going to tell you, filling your groups is going to be a thing of the past. When you reach out to people just like you and you use these new Facebook features and tools and the comment posts, and you can also do low-cost Facebook boosted posts directly into your free groups that talk about joining a group directly in the post content itself. So guys, let me go over into the chat here, see what you're saying, all right? Charity, makes total sense. Moxie, I will do it. Holly, yes, super easy. I'm skipping around here a little bit. Susanna, this sounds awesome. I had no idea. Isabel, for sure. Parker, sure can. Kim, wow. Okay, let's keep going here. This is Coach Sammy, and Sammy suffers from PCOS, and she reaches out to other women who suffer from PCOS. She spent $27.95 over a day and a half and got 96 other women with PCOS that suffered from PCOS into her clean eating group. And I asked her, I said, how has the engagement been in this group versus other groups from before? And she said, night and day. It's almost funny. And I'm more excited about it. I definitely lost my passion with a lot of groups that flopped. And everyone is so supportive of one another because everyone gets what everyone else is going through. This is the dynamic that is created when you reach out and engage with people who are just like you. So I want to know, how many leads do you want this next week? Go to the chat, put it in. Is it 50, 65, 75, 100 or more, right? Because what we're talking about is using the new tools, using this new plan, and really low budgets on Facebook boosted posts, okay? So what I want to know is, just from what I've said so far, and I've got a lot more to go through, okay? What do you think that you can do just with the few things that we've talked about already? All right, so let me go over here and check this out, all right? Kayla, 100, all right. Becky, 75. Jeremy, 65. Christina, 100. Let's see, Narelle, 75. Ooh, Yolanda, 200. Kylie, I'd be happy with 50. Kara, I want to get into a Facebook group going and get 100 followers in a week. Nice. B, 300. Go for it. Shoot for the stars. Megan, 65. Helen, 250. Tyria, I'm with Yolanda at 200. You got to reach for the stars. My gosh, you guys, I love this. Shalga, 250. Kelly, 200. Deborah, 100. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I want to take this, the enthusiasm, the excitement, and let's keep this going because there's a lot more ideas coming, all right? So let's look at how Mary fills her challenge groups, okay? So she gets 250 plus every month into her free groups, but she runs a separate ad for her challenge groups, all right? So this is the very bottom of the boosted post that Mary does for her challenge groups. And you can see right at the top there, click here to join the group or comment below interested for more information. Because every time somebody comments interested, Mary sends them with the new Facebook Messenger marketing, that new feature. She creates a message in advance and sends it directly to their Facebook message inbox. So at this point in time, She had 79 comments. Now, this was for her challenge group. So farther up in the boosted post, it was all about joining a group that you had to pay. You had to buy a challenge pack to get into. She had over 612 reactions, 67 shares. This went way up over, I think, to 100, 125 comments that she got. All right, look at all these interesteds there. And Paige responded privately. That's her private message that goes in there to their Facebook Messenger inbox automatically, okay? Now, using a boosted post and a chatbot, remember we talked about chatbots, Mary got 92 leads that know they need to pay. 92 leads, okay? So remember, she gets 250 into her free Facebook groups every month too. This is how she gets way up over 300 leads every month, balancing between her free and her challenge groups. So this whole chatbot thing, this is the game changer in your business, guys. You get into these automatic conversations around the topics that you pick, depending on whether it's just a simple post, like I showed a lot from Mary, because I want to show all the different things you can do. Remember, she gave away her diabetic-friendly crockpot cookbook just for talking about food, that if you could take all the carbs out in one day, what would they be? She had her free group that she did, the diabetic-friendly groups, and her challenge groups. And then through one-on-one messaging, right? Because they get that message from Mary. She sends it automatically to them. They open it up, interact with it anyway, and now Mary's carrying on that conversation. She doesn't worry about sending friend requests out anymore. Better responses, right? Because they're people who are just like her and they're going directly. The message is going into Facebook Messenger with 85 to 95% of the people responding, and it's happening at the perfect time. You can't be on Facebook or on social media all the time. But when's the best time to start out a conversation automatically? Yeah, it's when somebody sees it in their newsfeed. They stop, they read, and they're interacting with you. So start the conversation out automatically at whatever time of day, and then carry the conversation on manually, okay? And no tech skills needed. Guys, all of this Facebook Messenger training is inside the university right now. So here's what I want to do. There's more action steps, all right? I've only gone through 2. Here is the third must-have action step, all right? It's all about the message. Because obviously, getting out in front of the right people that are just like you with the right kind of offers is big. But if the message that contains all that doesn't make any sense or isn't using the opportunity to its fullest, then nothing's going to work, right? So look at this. This is the new science of customer emotions from Harvard Business Review. You've all heard about emotional selling and how important that is. Look at this. They said, most companies fail to align themselves with the emotions that drive their customers' most profitable behaviors. Well, what are your most profitable behaviors? Getting more customers and coaches on your team, right? So what are the emotional triggers that are going to make people take those action steps with you in your business? Now, here's Nielsen, the TV rating people, right? We're ruled by our emotions, and so are the ads we watch. It's no secret that emotions are central to advertising. They're at the heart of the relationship we have with brands. They drive our non-conscious decisions and play a major role in our conscious decisions, too. So guys, this is huge. You've seen this before, right? This is going to accentuate the point on emotional selling. It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Somewhere at school, somewhere, you've been exposed to this. Every basic human need is on this pyramid. All are based in emotion, except for the very bottom one. Physiological needs, food, shelter, water. But safety and security, love and belonging, self-esteem, self-actualization. Your brand and the way you're going to motivate your target market niche is because you're going to appeal to their emotional unmet needs, the triggers that are on the upper levels of this pyramid. And we're going to help you how to do that. In fact, does this make good sense? Emotional selling? Focusing on the message? What we're talking about here? Go into the chat box. Let me know, because I want to know. I want to know if this all makes sense, because I started out by saying there is a plan. It's not just about the new features that are available in Facebook that are absolutely huge, game changers, right? But it's about the plan that you use those for, right? Because if you don't have the right plan, then the new features are just that. They're just new features, okay? You got to have everything working together. But hopefully, these are small, simple steps of putting a plan together. Does it make good sense? Let me go see over here, right? Because I want to see, are these the kind of things that are making really good sense to you? Vanessa, yes. Kari, makes sense. Melanie, totally. Marcos, perfect sense. Sherry, it sure does. Can't wait. Is that Ramy? I think I'm liking this. Belinda, so true. Shelby, I took a whole class on emotional selling. This is super important. Guys, let's keep going on because there is so much more here. I want to give you a very specific example of how you actually use these emotional triggers in your Facebook posts to get people to not only trust in you, see you as an insider, but then take that next action step. Now, remember, Coach Mary, she's a diabetic woman, reaches out to other diabetic women. And I said, Mary, what's the unmet emotional need, the trigger for you and your audience? She said, well, even our own families, they don't understand. I said, well, what do you mean? She said, well, I'm diabetic. My husband's not diabetic. My kids aren't diabetic, right? They don't know what it's like to wake up every single day and look at life through the lens of a diabetic woman. What am I going to wear? What am I going to eat? What am I going to make for my family that's good for them, that they'll still like, and I can eat too? So you just don't know how pervasive it is. But my audience, my group does. Now here's the top. We showed you before the bottom for challenge group boosted post. Here's the top. Hey, sugar mamas, let's talk. The reality of diabetes is it's overwhelming having to manage blood sugars while handling day-to-day responsibilities, taking care of our families, and working every day. The people closest to us often don't understand what we go through to manage our numbers and A1Cs. The people closest to us often don't understand. This is how you prove you're an insider, right? She's using insider language, insider knowledge. The other diabetic women are going, yep, Mary gets it. Mary's one of us. Trust, credibility, right, are built right from the beginning, shortcutting that whole get-to-know process, right? Now, this leads into also, without being salesy, like we kind of mentioned before, this leads into, okay, as a result of that, here's what I do, and the recommendation to get involved in her challenge group. Now, here's another emotional selling idea. This is Coach Linda Hopkins. She's a daycare provider, reaches out to other daycare providers. This was an unboosted post on a brand new page for daycare providers that she put up 2 weeks prior. Look at this, 780 likes, 96 comments, 232 shares. Let me blow this up and read it to you a little bit. Here's to you, daycare providers, to you who kisses boo-boos and wipes tears, who cleans butts with flair and catches puke with class, who gives comfort to scared little hearts and drinks pretend tea when it's given to you, who wipes noses 1,000,000 times in one day and reads the same story over and over again, who takes criticism but keeps smiling even though you're hurt, and works long hours even though you're tired. Here's to you, daycare providers, who give of yourselves every day and understand you are here to love, provide, and protect. Guys, if you're trying to still be everything to everybody or anything near that, there's no way that you can write a post, a simple post, not even boosted, that gets this kind of engagement. Why? Because it understands that audience at deep emotional levels and uses that inside of the post itself. So insider knowledge, these emotional triggers, that's what equals huge engagement. Let me show you from Linda a totally different kind of post that she put up, right? And again, she started it out not boosting it, and it was like going so well. I said, Linda, give it a little boost. So this is like $6 into the boost. 787 likes, 127 comments, 205 shares. Has your daycare ever felt like a war zone? Mine has. This is daycare. Now, as a parent, we don't want to think dropping our kids off at daycare is going to be a war zone. But I love the picture of that kid and the sword and the bandana and everything, right? Because I'm sure as a daycare provider, many days, it feels like a war zone. So remember, why serve a niche market? A jack of all trades is a master of none. We want you to be a master of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that are out there and waiting that are just like you. So this is a marketing 101, right? Niche marketing is a fundamental to all business, all marketing, not just what we're talking about here and just what these coaches have been doing. So here's Mary. I like using Mary as an example because I want to show you all the different things that you can do and how the full plan gets put into place. So Mary has a blog, and a blog is just another website. It has a little bit more capability, so nothing scary about it. So, and we're not recommending you become big bloggers and write big articles all the time and everything. But you have to have a home base online. You have to have a place that is 100% a lead referral center for everybody that you're going to be talking to. So Starting years ago, I put together a blogging service with founding coach Tracy Morrow because she realized, yep, coaches, we need to have our sites. We need to have blogs up, right? She has her own, right? And she said, all kinds of coaches on my team, they're spending thousands of dollars with a developer. They're getting a site that they don't really like in the end. They don't know how to fully work it. They can't make all the changes on their own because things are customized. And so they end up scrapping it. Or they go the very, very, very low cost route, and all of a sudden they get a bunch of white blank screens in front of them. They don't know where to start. So Tracy and I put together the blogging service specifically for Beachbody coaches. So let me show you this. This is the home page of Mary's blog. She did it all on her own. Upload, save, click on a color wheel, save, type in, copy and paste a link. This is like a get to know or a about us section. Here's simple recipes. She said, I did all of this. I customized my entire homepage. Literally in one evening, I didn't have to ask my husband. I didn't have to ask my teenage son. Those were her blog posts that went by. She said, I do one blog post maybe once a week. I take about 20 minutes on it, and I don't even think about it since then. Coach Mark, he said, I have my whole blog set up. I haven't written any new content in over a year. I have all my offers. I have all the content that I want to refer people to. Like when people have objections, right, to become customers or coaches on your team, answer them really well. Put them up on your blog. Refer people there. Remember getting scale in your business, doing things more efficiently? Don't answer those questions that come up all the time one-on-one, right? This is the referral center that every time you send somebody over there, they see it. They see that you're legitimate, that you are in service of them, okay? So we have over 50 pages of Beachbody content. We have all the top workout programs, and when Beachbody makes changes or updates, we update it on all the blogs for all the coaches. So it takes away all the work that you have to do, right? And you're in total control. You control everything on your blog, right? You're the administrator, right? So there's nothing that you can't get in and change. And we even have a team area, a password protected team area. You can put up content for your team. There's thousands of dollars in tools that we handpick, that we bought developer rights to, that are really easy to use but extremely powerful, like putting up forms on landing pages so people can fill out contact information and submit the form to get your offers. We answer all your questions, right? Because we want to make sure that this is part of that newbie, start from scratch, friendly plan, right? Getting a blog up should not be something that you should be overwhelmed for, all right? So we answer all your questions, either about how to put your logo up into the header or how to use it in your marketing plan, all right? So it's there for you to use because it's a must-have action step. So those are the 4 must-have action steps. So the blog is the last one, okay? Now, there's also, and I haven't gone through all 4 of the fastest ways to start Facebook conversations yet, but I just want to stop for a minute here, guys. Okay, and I'm going to ask you to go over into the chat box because none of this is theory. It's all based on sound fundamentals of marketing, the new features, and coaches that I like to say put it to the online streets and tested this plan time and time and time and time again and give them feedback to us, and we refined it. So what I want to know from you, go into the chat box. Does this make sense? Is this a simple plan that you feel like you could put into place? Because I'm telling you, the coaches, most of the coaches in the success stories that I'm talking about here were ready to give up their business. They had had their warm markets had run out. Things were not going well. This was like a last-ditch effort to save their business, their Beachbody business. And they had success in the very first 30 days and SE20 thereafter. So what I want to do, I'm going to go over here into the chat box, right? I want to see what you guys are saying, okay? Because I'm just so excited about this. Mary, great info. Kate, awesome. Rebecca, complete sense. Mike, interesting. Tiffany, great job. Amber, sounds great. Oh, you guys, this makes me so happy. Oh, keep going, Yolanda says. Cara, perfectly laid out. This is great. Julie, understanding so much more than I thought. Tara, me too. Okay, guys, let's do this, all right? Let's keep going. Because coming up, I have the 4th of 4 of these magnetic conversation starting ideas. The whole way that you use like campaigns to get new fans on your Facebook page and prospect with them. This is a plan that coaches, top coaches, 15-star diamond coaches, are using to literally have the vast majority of leads in their business coming to them through this fan prospecting strategy. So I'm going to go over it in detail. I'm also going to show you how you can broadcast to 10, 20, 60, 70 people at a time inside of Facebook Messenger and not get put into Facebook jail. So all that's coming up. But what I want to do is I promised earlier that I would go in for a few minutes and show you how we support coaches. If you want an easier, faster, longer-lasting start, and you want to be able to start with just a $1 trial, I'm going to get into all of that here. Because in the university, we take this plan and we put it into bite-sized chunks. It's fast-track steps, step 1, step 2, step 3. And it's all up and online. You can access it at any time, but we'll answer every question that you have. But if you want to become a member of the university today, then I want to make sure that you know there are 6 different bonuses that I'm going to give to you. The first one is a swipe and use, a copy and use file for your profiles. Remember Coach Shannon was talking about prospecting, have your blog and your profile set up? Well, the secrets to what your niche wants and what you need to include in a perfect profile are 2 different things, right? So we're going to show you exactly how to set up your profiles. Now also, you saw Coach Mary and you saw others, they were using a very specific ad template for the boosted post for their free groups and for their challenge groups. We're going to give you the 7-part ad template so you know how to get into the conversation automatically without being salesy. Prove that you're an insider, but segue into your offers into your free and challenge groups. This is incredible. It has been used by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of coaches successfully. Now also, Coach Amanda, she is a master at the follow-up and closing. She closes 1 out of every 3 challenge group leads. Now she has a 6-stage process and she has scripts with every single one of them, all right? And in the 2nd stage, she has interview questions, 15 different interview questions that she asks her challenger leads. And as they answer them, they start to close themselves. That's how she gets this closing ratio, 1 to 3. It's absolutely amazing. You're going to get the whole 6-stage closing scripts and interview questions. Now also, we take really important subjects like Facebook, right? And we create boot camps. We're going to give you, if you become a member of the university, the Facebook Never Ending Leads Boot Camp today, a $200 value. It goes into advanced Facebook targeting strategies, Facebook Live secrets and content engagement strategies, expert Facebook Messenger marketing strategies, secrets to increasing Facebook ad performance, and expert Facebook group strategies. Now, this is what other coaches have been saying. Coach Angel said, woohoo, the boot camps are amazing. Coach Pamela said, thank you, Steve, for all you do to help us. The boot camp webinars are worth far more than I paid. They paid $200. I'm going to give it to you today for free. Now, you also get put into a private Facebook group just for other coaches, all learning this plan, all helping each other out. I'm in there every day. My team's in there every day. People are posting questions. They're posting up what worked, what didn't work, and they're seeing others and us help them. You are going to get answers to questions you never even knew to ask. It is a phenomenal resource. But here's the biggest bonus at all. As the president of the university, and having worked with over 8,500 coaches before, I will work directly with you. I will specifically work with you to review your niches, your ad templates, your brands, your unmet emotional needs, your offers, all the key components. I will review them and give you specific feedback. You could literally spend thousands and thousands of dollars on other training programs that aren't Beachbody specific and don't give one-on-one feedback specifically from the president of the university. I've spent over 25 years in marketing. I've worked for Nike, their interactive agency, Visa, their interactive agency, Miller Brewing, Absolute Vodka. I've been the director of strategic planning for Mazda Motors of America. I've started my own startup company. I've been the CMO of a Hollywood startup company. I've owned my own ad agencies. I have my own brand strategy consulting company. So I know how to help you, and I know what works. So also, if you become a member of the university today, I'm going to give you a fast action bonus. How to discover your perfect customer, a step-by-step avatar guide. Guys, everything starts here. It's that fundamental. It's the foundational step. Pick your perfect target market niche. This is a huge opportunity. So there's two wildly successful choices for getting into the university. One is a $1 trial, and the second is the Crush It Pack. Now, in the $1 trial, I'm going to give you 10 days full university access, and that is access that gets you into the private Facebook group too. After 10 days, if you want to go forward, you'll automatically go into a month-to-month plan for $26.99 a month. You can cancel at any time, no questions asked. You will also get the Social Media Prospecting Made Easy series. How to pinpoint your perfect customers on all the top social networks. We're going to show you how to get into 10 social media conversations a day with your perfect customer niche in 15 minutes time. All right, that's all for $1, $1,100 in value. Start for $1. Now, tell me what you're thinking. Go over into the chat box. I want to see what you're saying here, okay? Because now this is the first time I'm showing how so easily you can get involved, kick the tires. I just made a promise, right? That you're going to get into the group. You're going to get 10 days of access into absolutely everything. So get in, try it out. Let me see what you're saying over here, okay? Let's see. Georgia, oh, I can't tell you how much I've spent on other trainings, and they never had anything like this from Steve. Fantastic. IKEA, I think that's how you say it. That's worth it right there. Chelsea, I thought it was going to be a lot more. Ileana, me too. Daniel, cool. Let's see. Faye, I would say so. Thank you, Faye. Linda, dang, I was expecting a bigger investment. Norma, this I can do. Tracy, sounds like this is exactly what I need. I hope so, guys. I'm trying to make this something you can really get into easily. Now, here's the other choice, the Crush It Pack. 1 free month. You get everything you get in the free trial. A free month of the university with this, access into the private Facebook group. You get the social media prospecting, but everything in blue is additional with the Crush It Pack. You get 1 free month of the blogging service, and you can try it out, right? And it's $22.49 a month thereafter. Remember, you get the 50-plus pages of content, and we review everything. We help you put it all up. You get into the Facebook Never Ending Leads Bootcamp. You get my personal support and recommendations. You get the 6-stage closing scripts and interview questions. You get the 7-part Facebook ad template. You get the Swipe and Use Perfect Profile File. All of this, over $4,000 in value for $147. Not too bad, right? I hope this is making sense. Go back to the chat. Is this reasonable? Because I want to give you so much help and support that I've learned from working with so many coaches over so many years and being involved in all those ad agencies, interactive agencies. I've worked literally with the upper echelon of people that are marketing gurus in the industry. And I've taken all of this, like I said, put it into just the few things that you need to do to get the biggest return on investment for your time and money. So let me go back over here. Let me see what you guys are saying about this, okay? Becky, I'm going to crush it. I love it, Becky. Seth, so much here. Colleen, I could do this. Sandra, I'm in. Yolanda, is that a one-time payment? Good question, Yolanda. The $147 is a one-time payment. And then you go to the $26.99 a month for the university and $22.49 a month for the blog service that's specifically for Beachbody. Alejandro, huge value. Chrissy, I'm in. Gene, what's the catch? Gene, there is no catch. Literally, I've made my business and my reputation on working with Beachbody coaches and doing everything here. And I will work with you personally. Gene, if you get involved, that is my promise to you. So I guarantee you, it's a good question. No catch. Brooke, I'm in too. Aika, sold. Sebastian, how much is the monthly cost again? So it's right there on the screen, the $26.99 and the $22.49 a month thereafter for the university and blog service. Nothing to lose. I'm doing this now. Tremendous package. Thanks, Pam. Okay, guys, let's do this. I want to have time for a Q&A, but there's more. I still have more to train on here. But if you want to get the $1 trial or the Crush It Pack, go to practicalsocialmedia.com/TBB. practicalsocialmedia.com/TBB, or click on the Get Started Now button you see on the screen. And here's the money back, risk-free guarantee that I'm going to make. try it out for 7 days, kick the tires. I just made a promise that I'm going to personally work with you, right? Ask me questions directly, and I'll respond to you. Get into the fast track. Get into the private Facebook group. See all the coaches and all the interactions that are going on in there, all right? So let me do this. I have 2 more training pieces to go here, all right? Remember that whole thing that I said that 15-star diamond coaches are using to literally fuel the lead generation in their business? It's all around fan prospecting. Well, here's what it's all about. You do a low-cost Facebook-like campaign. Okay, you can start for just $1 or $2 a day. In fact, we recommend that you do that and that you test that. It's all part of our niche validation process we take you through in the university. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to be getting, and we train you how to get likes, new fans for under 30 cents each. And then what you do, and you know those are likes that are in your perfect customer group, right? Because you did that ad campaign and you sent it out to people who are just like you, your target market niche. Now they've liked your page. Now what you do is you send them a friend request, okay? They're going to be more apt to accept that friend request. A, they're people that are just like you. You targeted them. They already liked your Facebook page, and you just sent them a friend request right on the heels of all of that. So you're going to get a bunch of friend requests accepted. Now you've got one-on-one communication with those people, and they're all people that came to you from this pool of hundreds and hundreds of thousands that are online on Facebook that are inside of your perfect customer niche. Now you can also go to your personal profile on Facebook, not your page, and you can create a list of people who are just from that group of people who accepted your friend request. And you can literally filter your entire newsfeed by just that list. Now you can interact with those people on what they're putting up. It's a great stay in touch strategy. I hope this is, again, making tons and tons of sense. Now, here's the other thing about this. This is Coach Erica. She did the exact same thing. I officially have over 1,002 likes on my biz page, which she started from scratch doing this. And I have this training to thank for pushing me to find my niche. This is the thing that was holding me back. We don't want you held back anymore. We want you excited to charge forward. Now, here's how you send mass messages out all at the same time within Facebook Messenger. They have a forwarding feature. Just put together a message, send it to one person with an image or video in it, and then you'll see over to the right this box with the arrow coming up out of it. Click on that, and you'll see this pop up. Start typing in the names of all your leads, and it'll auto-populate and click. Coach Mary, she said, literally in 5 minutes, I put 75 names in there and hit send. That same exact message went out to 75 people at once. So create one message, in 5 minutes, send it out to 10, 20, 30, 40, 75 people all at once. Because you're using Facebook's forwarding feature, you won't be put into jail. This is part of doing things smart, on scale, 1 to many, right? Okay, so guys, let's go into a Q&A here. I want to answer all of your questions, all right? But to get the $1 trial and the Crush It Pack and all those bonuses that are available just for today, go to practicalsocialmedia.com/TBB or click on that Get Started Now button, that orange button on the screen, all right? But do this. Go into the chat, start loading up all of your questions there, okay? Because I want to make sure that I get through absolutely as many as I can here without going too long, all right? But here's this. I want you to know that every single thing that you've seen here has been backed by other coaches, has been tried and true and proven by other coaches who are just like you. And remember, I said it before, most of them were about ready to quit the business. They had no big social media followings. They had no big list that they could tap into, right? They didn't have that magic pixie dust that some of the top coaches you see, and they're just like anything they touch, right, just turns into magic. Maybe they were a beauty queen before, right? And they'd have this huge following. It's like, you don't have to do any of that, have any of that. You can start from scratch literally today. All right, so let me do this. Let me go over, let me just see some of the things you're putting in over here, and let me start answering your questions. Elizabeth, can I do 2 niches at the same time? Oh, I love the excitement here. So I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to a very, very specific answer. The answer is no. Please don't try to do 2 niches at the same time. I love that you've got choices. Everybody has choices of niches, right? But here's the thing. You can't serve 2 masters at the same time. You have to put together a brand, an unmet emotional need for a niche market that's specific to them. Let's say that you were diabetic and a police officer, right? Well, unless you only talk to diabetic police officers, then that's one niche. But if you say, I'm going to go after diabetics and police officers, then, the unmet emotional needs are huge and different. Mary's, the top one, was all about our families don't understand. Mark, he went over for police officers, and it was all about coming home safe at night to your families, right? So you do different posts, you do different Facebook low-cost ad campaigns, you have a blog set up specifically for your niche. You can't serve two niches at the same time on the same Facebook page, on the same blog, right? Because if you're talking to the police officers, then the diabetics are going to go, hey, what's this all about, right? So you have to set up two totally unique, separate campaigns, which means it's double the work. So I asked Mary, and I asked Mark, and Amanda, and the others that we've heard from here, and I asked them, what do you guys think about that? And they started laughing. They were like, I can't even imagine the work it would take to do all of that. I'm so busy right now with my one niche of people coming to me. So unless you just get uber successful and you hire some assistants and you want to start going after a second niche, but pick the niche you're most passionate for, and then we're going to help you validate that niche as well. Go forward with that niche, all right? Prove this out. Do low-cost boosted campaigns. Get the leads flowing in. And then later on in life, if you want to do a second niche, be our guest, but don't start out with two, okay? Very, very passionate about that. All right, let me go back to the list here. Let's see. Maureen, can I use my current Facebook page where I have over 1,200 fans now? And I know you put blood, sweat, and tears into getting those fans. But let me ask you a question. This is the question because this is a popular one too that I get all the time. Are those fans engaging with you right now? Most of the time, I hear back, no. I think it was, Raquel, Coach Raquel said 1,600 likes on her page, and she gets just crickets before she started this plan. So most people get crickets, right? And so what you're holding on to is the 1,200 because it looks like you're well established. It gives you credibility. Let me just tell you one thing right away. I want you to put that page on hold. Don't delete it, right? And I want you to start up a brand new page. Just like Coach Linda Hopkins did. I showed you the success as a daycare provider she had on a page with unboosted posts that was 2 weeks old. So what I want you to do, though, is I want you to have a page that's just in service of your niche. And here's the thing. When you do boosted posts, like what Mary we saw even for challenge groups, right? Doesn't say anywhere on there how many likes that page has. So people are going to stop in their news feed and read your post, the story in their news feed, right? And get all excited about it. Go, hang on just a minute. Let me click through, go to the page, see how many fans they have on the page, then come back to decide if I really should be excited about this. It doesn't work that way, right? Your credibility and ability to get people into your groups and the things we've talked about, to get them commenting down below, sending messages automatically, getting subscribers into new one-on-one conversations, doesn't matter a single bit about how many fans you have on your page. That's part of the reason why I said start from scratch. You can do it. You can start with 0 likes on your Facebook page, okay? So I just want you to know I get the heartache that it is to say I'm going to give up on that page. Don't give up on it. Just put it on hold. But start a new page, okay? Facebook will also penalize you because they look at the percent engagement of people that are engaging on your page as a percentage of your fan base. You got a ton of people there that are old family and friends and just people you've met and just you've conjured it all together but aren't engaging with you. That's going to hold you back, okay, from getting into the news feeds organically, getting free stories out into the news feeds from Facebook, all right? But really, really great question. I'm glad that you asked that question. Let's see. I'm going to skip around here just a little bit. Jessica, what comes in the Crush It pack again? I'm actually seeing a lot of questions on pricing and the packs, the Crush It pack. So go to practicalsocialmedia.com/Beachbody. It has a list of everything you get in the trial and the Crush It pack, right? And the dollars right there. So if there's any additional questions that you have on that, like what comes in the Crush It pack, go right there. It's all listed out for you, okay? But if I'm not answering it and you still have an additional question, go in the chat and put it in a little bit more, all right? Okay. Yeah, the John, can you explain pricing again? What comes in the Crush It pack, said Jessica. Michael, is all of this done on a Facebook page? Absolutely. So Facebook separates church and state because they want to make sure that business happens on a business page and people know that it's a business page and that you should expect this is a business. And everything personally happens on a personal profile. So they don't let you do things like ads or boosted posts off a personal profile. All the low-cost boosted posts, which is the way, Facebook's the way that you get out in front of your niche. And your blog and your plan, right, and your offers are what you do with those leads, right? But you get out in front of them, tens of thousands at a time, through low-cost Facebook boosted posts, but they have to come from your Facebook page. So, Michael, that was a really great question. Let's see. Which pack do we need to get? Is it the Crush It pack that we need to get to learn how to set up the Facebook message autoresponder? So you can actually get the Crush It pack or the $1 trial because you're going to get into all the same training in the university that shows you how to use these low-cost boosted posts and send message automatically to those people who comment on that post. So absolutely, no problem there. Billy, what if you have a blog already? So if you've got a blog and you know how to work it and it's doing the job for you, we recommend you have a blog. So keep it. And if you want the Crush It pack, we'll back out the price for the blog from that. No problem. We just want to make sure that you have that referral center for you and your business, right? We want to have that place where every single lead should go through it. Okay, because there's also additional opportunities I didn't even talk about here. How you can retarget, remarket to people that come to your blog. And you do even lower cost, higher return on investment ads because those are people that have gone an additional step with you, shown an additional level of interest. So I'm glad you got the blog. We can back it out, no problem. But we put the blog together specifically for Beachbody coaches with Coach Tracy Morrow to make sure that you had that as a resource and you could access it. And it's a full site. Literally, you just go to like a GoDaddy and you type in the domain that you want, you register, you own that, and then you point that domain over to our servers because we're going to host it for you, and boom, a full website blog comes up with 50 plus pages already, and you just customize it for your niche. Pretty cool stuff. Okay, let's see. Alexa, I'm confused on the whole chatbot thing. Sorry. That's okay. We've spent a lot of time going over a lot of information here. A chatbot is literally just the technology, okay, that Facebook has now put onto their service. They have a development platform, right, that they have technology people that are working with it all the time. All we need to know, though, is a chatbot enables us to do things simply, like send a message to somebody who commented on my Facebook pages, posts or boosted posts, okay? That's it. So no worries about what chatbots are. Am I going to have to create a chatbot and how do I do that? And it's an easy way to just fill in the blanks. I showed you how, I think way back, how Mary put in her into a field. She just typed in the automated message that she did once and sent out to everybody that commented on her post. So just know it's very simple, right? And it does amazing things. It gets you into those automated one-on-one conversations. So hopefully, Alexa, that helped a little bit, okay? Jordana, is single moms a good niche? Single moms is a great start at a niche. Guys, this is one of the biggest places where people mess up. I got to tell you, 9 out of 10, they're picking a niche is where you get into trouble, picking the right niche, not one that's too broad, not one that's too narrow, and validating that and getting an actual audience on Facebook and putting that audience together, right? That's a whole nother way that I see literally 9 out of 10 coaches get that wrong. So you know what I want to do here is I want to say that's a good start. And I'll work with literally just a list of things about you. You write out on a napkin, snap a picture, and send it to me. And I'll start there in terms of developing a niche market and making recommendations for you. All right? Sound good? So that's a great start, Jordana. How often, Beth says, can we ask questions once we join? It's unlimited. There, you have an unlimited amount of questions that you can literally ask. And I or my team will respond. I tend to respond to all the strategy questions about niches and brands and emotional unmet needs and looking at ads and things like that in your blog. And so I'll answer all those questions. And then things about mechanics, of working your blog or the plan and where the trainings are and what this means and any question you have, I guarantee we've never not answered a question in our history. So you're going to have an unlimited amount of questions you can ask, and no problem, inside the Facebook group or directly to us in an email. Okay, let's see. Seth, I'm totally getting this, but what's the price after the payment? So that's the $26.99 a month for the university. You can cancel at any time, or $22.49 a month for the blog service. You can cancel that at any time. But I like to make it monthly because that puts the onus on us. In our training and answering questions and informing you, we make sure that we stay up on all the latest that's going on, right, in the world of social media, and make sure that you are aware of the few things of all of that that you really need to pay attention to. All right, so we take care of all of that. And we provide that. I have to make sure that I earn your business every single month. Like I said again, I like to have that monthly membership so that you can cancel at any time if you like. Okay, Peggy, how much time a day should I expect to invest? So really good question too, because here's the thing. We've got some people that come in and they got a really good idea on a niche market, or they're really close, right? Others have not a clue. And in fact, we have so many people come in and say, Steve, I'm sorry, I'm so boring, right? I just go to work and I come home and I feed my kids and I get up and I do it all over again, right? I guarantee you, you've got a phenomenal niche inside you, right? I want your shoulders to lift up. I will help you. There has yet been a coach that we have not been able to find a niche for, okay? So everybody, you've got a niche, all right? No problem with that. And so, but here's to answer your question. Some people know right away. Some people take a couple of weeks to go through that process, right? But the 0 to 20 SE points in 30 days, all the successes you've seen here, they happened in the first 30 days. So what I will tell you this is not overwhelming. There is a very few in fact, I think there's like 4 or 5 steps in the fast track that we have you go through before we have you start testing your first ads. So this is not a long, arduous process, I guarantee you. So hopefully that, Peggy, that helps answer there. Let's see, Seth. Okay, cool, fair enough. I thought that's what it was. Oh, you're referring to the, what's the price afterwards? Okay, I'm glad that I answered that for you. Yolanda, do we get all the bonuses right away? I love how engaged you've been here, Yolanda. Yes, absolutely. You get that Crush It pack, and as soon as you go into the shopping cart, you complete the purchase, you are sent an email automatically with a link to go and log into the university and how to get those bonuses. So you could literally start instantly, all right? Very good question. Renee, will you really work with us directly? I really will. I promise you. I have made this promise now for years working with coaches, and I work individually for as long as you need to get it right. And I'm going to tell you directly, I have no problem doing that when I say I think you're off the mark and here's why and here's how we fix it. Okay? I give you very specific directions and feedback on what you need to do. All right? Let's see. Moxie, are you sure anyone can do this? Yes. End of story. I've worked with, like I said, 8,500 coaches. I guarantee you those coaches didn't all come in as marketing experts, technical experts, right? People that had huge lists and huge social media followings. This plan, this whole program, my entire university is a start from scratch for somebody that doesn't have any marketing background, any technical background, right? No huge budgets. So yes, I guarantee you can do this, all right? Really good question. Okay, let's see. Let me kind of scan around here a little bit. So Stefan, I'll be asking lots of questions. Okay, we're ready. We love it. Let's see. Katrina, this is what I really need. Fantastic. Judy, how quickly do answers come? So I make a guarantee that you get answers within 24 hours, okay? But sometimes it takes a little while, right? I have coaches that are saying, hey, Steve, here's what I did. It didn't work. What should I do next? Well, I have to sit down and I have to look at your niche. I have to look at your brand. I have to look at your ads. I have to ask you some questions. And then I take all that in and I make recommendations for you. Guys, you should know we recommend testing a lot here, okay? So you shouldn't get the sense that you're going to like get up to plate, right, do Facebook ads and hit a home run the very first time out. Right? So there are testing involved. Even to go with that home run analogy, the top Major League Baseball players, they strike out, the top ones, more than 6 times every time that they go onto the bat, up to the plate to get onto base. So here's the thing. We show you how to test to reduce the chances of failure and increase the chances of your success, and give you direction and feedback based on working with all those coaches and know exactly what really does work and what doesn't, all right? But really, really good question there on how quickly questions get answered. Yolanda, I've already signed up and going right into the fast track steps. Fantastic. Guys, let me just say this. We've gone on for a long time here, and I know you are busy in your days. We are all busy. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking the time out. I hope you took tons of notes. Whether you become a member of the university or not, I want to see success in your business. And if you become a member of the university through the $1 trial or the Crush It pack, you are going to get into a program. You're going to get into a private Facebook group with all the other coaches doing this. You're going to get into a program that you know has been proven to work inside the Beachbody business time and time again. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. And I hope to see you inside the university. And I hope to be working with you soon. Have a great day, everybody.